We're going to look at editing other objects in addition to text in this video, and we'll pick up where we left off in the last video on editing text. We're looking at the file cfonewsletter.pdf. Recall that in the previous movie, we used the Edit Text and Images tool to modify text, including the size and location of the text boxes. But as you can guess from its name, the Edit Text and Images tool has many more capabilities. For example, we can use it to retouch an image. If we click on this image, we can reposition it by dragging, just as we saw with the text boxes. And if we right-click on Windows or Control-click on a Mac, we see a context menu with a range of editing options. We can start in the middle, and we see options to flip horizontally or vertically and to rotate in either direction. Choosing Rotate clockwise or counterclockwise rotates exactly 90 degrees. We can choose Ctrl-Z on Windows or Command-Z on a Mac to undo that change. We can even replace our image with a new image. If we right-click or Control-click to bring up the context menu, we can select Replace Image. And we'll navigate to the working files in the Chapter 4 folder. Make sure that we have all image files selected, and we'll choose gbhsunrise.jpg. When we click Open, the image is quickly updated. Once again, we'll use Ctrl-Z or Command-Z to return to the original image. We can also bring up the context menu and choose Edit Using, and then select a program here, or choose Open With to select another program. We'll choose Photoshop, and we'll get a warning in this document because this object has transparency applied and the image might look different in our editor. We'll click Yes, and we're taken to Photoshop, and we get another warning here. If we add layers including text in this edit session, they'll all be flattened when the image is saved back into the PDF. This is just an alert, so we can click OK, and we'll see our image. To demonstrate here, we'll run a quick filter, the oil paint filter in Photoshop CS6. When we close this document, it asks to save the changes, and we'll choose Yes. We'll go back to Acrobat, and we can see that the change has been made to our image right here within the PDF file. Again, we see here a quick way to touch up your files without having to take them all the way back to the original document authoring application. We can use this tool to touch up vector objects as well. If we click on this blue rectangle and bring up the context menu here, we can see that we can edit using Adobe Illustrator. This opens the object in our vector editing program. Again, we'll get a similar warning since this rectangle has transparency as well. We'll click through, and here's the object in Adobe Illustrator. We'll select it, and we'll add a black stroke 3 points in size to make sure it's visible. We'll close this document, and we'll click Yes to save. And we'll go back to Acrobat, and we can see that our blue rectangle is now updated with the black stroke. So you can see the round-trip editing capabilities here, the ability to send different types of objects off to their respective authoring applications and have them returned right in place to our Acrobat PDF document. Another thing we can do with the Edit Text and Images tool is to perform a non-destructive crop. For example, if we scroll down and look at this photo here at the bottom of the page, we might want to decide to crop this in line with the left-hand column to open up some space on the right to add additional text. If we select this image and bring up the context menu, we can select Crop, and our cursor changes to a crop tool. We can grab any one of the handles and drag the corner in, and rather than resizing, we're simply cropping off the edge. When we let go, the image is cropped, not resized. And we can click away, and now we have a cropped image. But this is a non-destructive crop, and this is the beauty of cropping within Adobe Acrobat. We can bring up the context menu once again on this image and choose Remove Crop, and we can see that our full image has been returned to its initial state because it's been preserved within the PDF file. At this point, you have two very useful tools in one: edit text and images. It has a minimal set of features, but enough power to save you hours of work if you discover something that needs to be adjusted in the final stage of your PDF document editing process.